everyone, and welcome into another episode of Ron Talk. And we got a kind of a special breaking news emergency edition of Ron Talk today. In my last video, I talked about the DJI Mini 3 Pro that was set to arrive Monday, June 6th, according to my UPS tracking that I received an update from UPS in the mail. Well, since I made that last video, I got an update from UPS that now my Mini 3 Pro delivery was scheduled moved up from Monday the 6th to Friday the 3rd. So, I kept my eye out all day for that brown truck to pull up out front. The UPS, the great people over at UPS, they do a very good job getting the packages out there to people. So, unfortunately for me, I'm kind of on the last, I'm at the last street in my town to get delivered by UPS. It seems like anyways, like I never get my stuff until like 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, unless it's something I don't want. Then it arrives about 3 o'clock or whatever. But I knew something was up because I checked my UPS tracking on Friday morning, and I saw that my package was moved from Philadelphia UPS Center to Pleasantville, New Jersey, which is kind of just off island from me. So I knew it was close, and it was there like at 9:28. It was loaded on the truck at 9:28 in the morning. So I knew it was real. I knew it was coming this time. There was going to be no, false alarms or anything like that. It was on the way. So around 5 o'clock, maybe a little bit after, somewhere around there, UPS truck pulls down the street, stops or whatever. I'm waiting at the door or whatever, and he comes out with this little box, and I've already got rid of the outer box or whatever. But he comes up, he scans, he gives it to me. I didn't have to sign for it or anything. Which seems kind of odd, right? But here it is. There's the little box. I mean, it's a real little box or whatever. It's much smaller. I have another video come out where I compare it to the little Altel Nano box or whatever. This is much smaller, so you can see the drone, and then you can see that new DJI RC controller. So it's finally here. It arrived early, we'll say, because it was supposed to come Friday, and it arrived. It was supposed to come Monday, and it arrived Friday. So it did get here early. I mean, here it is right here in all its glory here with that, I got some light here, some shadows, but you can see that camera, the one that flips around and goes vertical. You can see those big obstacle avoidance sensors in the front, the reason they call this guy the Frog. So, so here it is. Unfortunately, I've only got the standard the standard kits. I don't have the fly more kit yet. It's on kind of back order. Another thing delayed here, but so I got the one battery, and of course over here I got the DJI RC controller. So just a couple quick notes here. Not gonna make this a long video here. It took about an hour and a half to charge the normal battery, the 250 gram or under battery, up to full charge. It took about at the same time to get the RC Pro controller. I put them on the stuff again. In basically an hour and a half, they were full charge. I don't know how much. I didn't check exactly how much charge they had on them when they arrived, if any at all. But about an hour and a half. And what I did is you don't get a charger in the box here unless you order that separately. Charging brick, charger, whatever term you want to use. So I used the charging unit that came with the Mavic 3 to charge. I used the main one. The one that's hot wired into the controller or permanently wired into the controller to charge the drone, and I use the additional USB A port, to charge the controller up, and it seemed to do the job well. And just a little inside baseball here, you can't really use that USB A charger to charge up the DJI RC Pro controller. It just won't give it a full charge. The lights will go on, but it won't really charge all the way up. But this one, this new DJI RC will offer that second port on the Mavic 3 charger. So this must not have as good as battery in it. This new controller is the DJI RC Pro because again it's easier to charge. But anyhow, the charge. There's my charging story. I'm sticking to it. So firmware update. First thing you had to do was do a firmware. Well, you had to like accept a couple things, and you purchased the the Care Refresh program. You had to kind of accept that. So there's a few things you had to accept. And then you got into the main interface. Then it was time to do the firmware update. So I did that, and that went. Even though it was a lot to it, it was a big firmware update. It went very quickly. very smoothly, using new RC Pro. Of course, you had to connect the RC Pro to your home Wi-Fi to, of course, get all that done. But that all went, without issue, went quicker than usual in this type of thing. So I actually got to fly it like that first day, even though it came late in the day. I still had enough sunlight left to get charged up, firmware updated up, and out to fly, kind of near sunset. So it was kind of, things never go that smoothly on the first day of getting a new drone. So big shout out to DJI. I mean, just first impressions, this thing's going to be a winner. Flew great. Video looked good. I'll be getting some real videos up on it rather than just a raw talk here very shortly. So I just did want to check in, but I knew. But the downside here is everything's always got a downside. I did talk to several people yesterday. Now my friend Philly Mike, he got his in almost the same exact time I did or whatever. But people like Johnny Drone Flyer, Marcus Crawford, a lot of those people still did not have their Mini 3s as of yesterday, and they didn't even have tracking to tell them what day it was actually coming from UPS. So again, as I said in a previous video, it's not all sunshine, lollipops and rainbows quite yet or whatever. There's still a lot of people out there not knowing where their drone is and what day it's coming. So remember those people too. We want everybody who ordered that drone, especially people who ordered the first day, to get them in, because they've been waiting for a while. And everybody deserves to get their drone in a timely fashion. When they paid for it, ahead of time and so on. So anyhow, I want to get off of here. I just want to let you know it did arrive. It arrived safely. Everything's working fine. I don't see any issues. Oh, real quick too, a lot of people talk about the heating issues when you did the firmware update. I did not see any heating issues with the drone during the firmware update. It didn't. It wasn't making a lot of noise, or afterwards, it didn't seem really hot. And I did one flight, and the battery didn't seem hot after the flight. So I haven't seen any heating issues with it yet. But yesterday, it was a relatively mild day. It was, maybe 75 yesterday, and I had the air conditioner on in the house when I did the firmware update to that. So again, I did not see any kind of signs of any overheating during the firmware update or anything yesterday. So that's one good thing off the bat, right? And so again, just a shorty here. I'll be putting some content up as I'm making my going through flight tests and video tests and whatever. When I get something that's constructive to say about the drone, or maybe have some information, I will get a video out as soon as I can on it. So stay tuned over the channel here, and I'm not even going to say all the usual stuff about subscribing and all that. I say it every time. Please, support me if you can. And again, we'll see you in the next video, folks.